Your core energies today, Leo, are codependency, fun, and freedom. So what we see right away is that with codependency followed by regret, there is something right here from the past that you feel still very attached to. Whether this is a person, a situation, a relationship, something you might have learned about yourself in the past, something that has changed the way you see not only yourself but also your environment, life. You're still very connected to it, and it's not something positive, I can tell you that, because what we see with regret right here is that that wasn't an easy energy to go through. Nevertheless, even if just subconsciously, you're still connected to it. And the fact that this message is coming up now, today, it might mean that, first of all, it's time to break that connection. Second of all, it might mean that there is something about to come in which will definitely need you to not be attached to this at all. An opportunity, a person, something that will need you to be free, as we see right here. And we'll see what that it's going to be, okay? In the very middle, we have fun followed by passion. You know, sometimes we are so hard on ourselves. We want everything to be perfect. We want everything to go in a specific way. We can envision every single detail of a situation, a manifestation. And if something doesn't happen the way we want it to happen, and especially if it doesn't happen in the time frame that we envisioned, we sometimes give up on it, or we feel so frustrated and we make our life so much harder than it should be. What we see right here is that one of the ways you'll get to this is by having fun and experiencing the passion that you know you love. You're a Leo, you're fire. You want this. This is you. And so what these two cards are telling you is, in order to really move on from this cycle, from this heavy energy, you need to first of all take life less seriously and enjoy yourself more. Reconnect with who you really are. That's the only way. That's the only way you'll get to that freedom energy, which we'll actually look into next. We have freedom followed by flirt. So we do see something very, very fun, very beautiful coming in. And it's so different from the very beginning of these six cards that we've looked at up to this point. We do see that transformation, that change. You finally feeling free from a burden, free from something that is actually impacting your happiness more than some of you actually know. And this is, you know what this is? You know, when there is a background noise, it's in the background and it's constant. And all of a sudden you don't hear it anymore. You don't notice it anymore until it goes away. All of a sudden it goes away and you're like, oh, thank God. And so this is it. This is you experiencing an awakening and thinking, oh, wow, I didn't even know that that was hindering me, that that was blocking me, that that was making me unhappy. Some of you know, the ones who are closer in touch with your intuition. But some of you instead think that everything is fine. I don't know what you're talking about. But when this will end, you will breathe a sigh of relief, and everything will change from that moment forward. What it's going to change, how it's going to change, let's find out. So these are your core energies. Let's see now, let's unpack these energies and let's find out more details. Okay. It's so funny how the cards at the bottom follow exactly the cards on the top. It's very important actually to see. Listen, what we see right here as the main energy is the Emperor. And one thing that is important about the Emperor to know is that this is someone who's gone through fire. They really have gone through a lot. And that could be definitely a good thing because you've learned a lot. But when you go through a lot, also sometimes, depending on how you look back at the past and the issues, the failures, the mistakes, sometimes that makes you very strict, very rigid. I don't want to make that mistake again. I don't want to end up in that place again because now I know better. And if I do end up there again, then I don't have anybody else to blame but me. Overall, what I see here, Leo, is that you're being very, very strict with yourself. And you might have a good reason. You're trying to control an impulse. You're trying to not make a mistake. But from what we see right here, you need to loosen up a little bit. And it's easier said than done. It's easy for me. I'm on this side of the camera. I'm not the one who's risking to get hurt. I get it, trust me. But what we see from the cards is that this is the only way. The only way out is through. And if instead you build those walls, you're not going to get through. This is the clear message, at least up to this point. Now, what we see underneath codependency and regret is the Tower and the King of Pentacles. This is clearly something you did not see coming. It's as if you had a specific idea, an understanding of a situation, of a person, and then all of a sudden you woke up to this completely different outcome, this completely different energy and person. You were thinking to yourself, who are you? What happened here? Why did I not see this before? I usually pick up on these things. What happened over here? You became all of a sudden aware of something, and there might have been a breakup. You might have realized that the relationship was weak, and there is a foundational shift, very, very important shift over here. And you might have felt like you've lost your way as well, because with the King of Pentacles, we see a big investment in this. This is not just something, a little flirt, something that you didn't expect much from. No, this required hard work, and it required you to really open up and go for this. It felt like this person was very stable, personal situation, opportunity, work, offer, whatever this is for you, felt very stable. It felt like the next stage of your life. Someone who was safe, kind, protective, and then all of a sudden, nope, not at all. So what you're regretting right here is opening up to this, giving yourself to this, believing in this. And you're very hard on yourself because you're thinking, I should not believe that. I should have known better than that. But is that the case, Leo? When you open up, you take the risk, you take the leap of faith. And so what we see right here is that although it's counterintuitive and every fiber of your being is telling you right now, don't do that again. Unfortunately, that's something that you have to do. And I feel it. A lot of you are disagreeing with this. I know. But I'm just giving you the message that the cards are giving me. And what we see here is the Fool, Three of Cups, underneath fun and passion. The Fool is about taking a big risk, taking a leap of faith and loving like you've never been hurt before, knowing that there is something right here that doesn't seem like stable, or at least it might not be stable in the future because you don't know it yet. You cannot fully see it yet. But the Fool is someone who is going for things, okay? So what this is telling you is just for today, focus on everything that could go well instead of focusing on how things can end up in the same way that they have ended up in the past. Take every chance, drop every fear. That's what we're seeing right here. And overall, take life less seriously in order to manifest the things that you seriously want. Okay? That's what we're seeing right now. Is it easy? Again, no. Does it have to be easy? No. You have to do it. Freedom and flirt, the world and the Two of Wands. You do have a brand new cycle over here. It's as if everything we talked about so far is just going to be part of a distant past. The next chapter of your life, it's going to be so amazing. And in the end, it will be all worth it. Okay? Everything is going to be okay in the end. And if it's not okay, it's not the end yet. So don't feel like you failed. This is just part of the process. But what we see here is you feeling loved, grateful, fulfilled. Finally, a world around you which is an extension of who you are and who you wanted to be all along. It's not something easy to experience in life, but you have it in front of you. That we see right here, planning. This is just the beginning, by the way. This is just the beginning for something brand new. Making plans, wanting to travel, and really feeling that passion, the passion and that freedom that you haven't felt in a long time. Okay? So definitely we see a beautiful progression right here. And overall, your main message today is don't be too hard on yourself. We all make mistakes, and we are all entitled to make mistakes. All we need to do is learn from those mistakes, but not learn and close up. Learn that you can make mistakes and recover from them and do better next time. But that doesn't mean that you're not going to take any more chances, okay? We do see a lot of passion, a lot of movement, wanting to come your way. And so you should be able to receive it. You should be ready to receive it. Now, let's get to part 2 of the reading, where we're going to look into the evolution of the situation, especially in the future. We're going to clarify some messages, and we're going to take a look also at what you don't see coming, together with messages from your future self. To watch part 2, just head down in the description below. You can find the link, okay? Also, if you need a personal reading with me, don't forget that every Monday morning and Wednesday morning, I randomly select people who have watched part 2 of the video to offer them a 100% free personal live reading. You can find more details in the description below for you. Now, stay tuned for the upcoming preview coming right up after this. Welcome back to your part 2 of the reading, Leo. The bridging energy taking us from this current situation to the upcoming events, not a better energy, given what we talked about so far, than the Six of Swords. There is not a better energy than this. Because the Six of Swords talks about forgiving yourself for not doing better when you did not know better. Right here is about accepting the lesson and moving on, but also understanding that no one is responsible for your happiness but you. Now, the Six of Swords also, especially followed by the Nine of Cups, is talking about also releasing a plan, a vision, and just let things happen. Do you see how this person is dragged in this boat? She's not doing anything to actually move the boat and move forward. Just let the flow take you, because it's taking you into the right direction. The day you realize the outcome does not matter, the details of the outcome don't matter, that's the day you start living your authentic life. And that is very important for you to understand right now before this opportunity comes in, okay? So let's start by clarifying these messages to see if maybe we missed out on anything that you should know about right now. And then we'll look into the evolution of this in the future. We'll look into what you don't see coming, and we'll look into messages from your future self. Okay, Eight of Cups, Two of Cups, Three of Swords. Oh my God, and the Knight of Swords. Together with the Ten of Cups. All right, Leo, we have to talk. We definitely have to talk. There is something I didn't see at first, but now it's absolutely clear. Right here, what we see is